Ready? Making it up as I go. Welcome to another edition of Fit and Fire, your home for guns and gear and the fitness to run both. I'm Mark and I really appreciate you guys stopping by. So I'm getting over my cold a little bit and I wanted to put another video together. This video is going to be a follow-up to my best budget AR-10 video that I put together. I got a link to it right here. Here is, of course, my Palmetto State Armory PA-10 Generation 2. And obviously, I need to put some type of sight on this, regardless if that's an optic or iron sights. Now, I'm not the best in the world, so I'm not going to leave my eyes up to shooting iron sights. So I went ahead and did some research to try to find a optic that is going to pair up with the 308 caliber or 7.62 by 51 NATO, and wanted to see if I could find a decent scope that is somewhat on a budget. Now, for this caliber and this type of rifle, I'm not going to be able to find a optic in the $100 range that is going to be worth much of anything. If there is, by all means, hit me up in the comment section. I'd like to hear your take on it. But what I did find after doing a lot of research, I kept on coming back to Nikon. Nikon makes great scopes, makes great optics for a variety of different platforms. And the one that I kept on coming back to each and every single time was the P308. Now, this is the budget sight to its brother, the M308. It is specifically designed for the 308 or 7.62 by 51 NATO round. And let's just, let's break right into it. Let's open the box up here. I've already opened it up and kind of taken a look at it, but it comes in a fairly nice box. I mean, it's fairly well protected as it ships. I did find this on Amazon for $228, so a little bit more than what I'm used to spending for some of the optics that I've bought in the past, but here it is. It feels like it's a quality optic. Again, this was not sent to me. I purchased this with my own money, so, there you go. So I have some money invested in this. It has spring-loaded turrets right here that is going to give you an instant zero. So after you mount this and you bore sight it and you fire rounds down range, you get your zero on paper, you can then lift these up and move them back and forth to get them back to zero so that you can do adjustments on the move, on the go. If you are savvy enough to mess with your elevation and windage while you're out in the field, that's something that I'm not very experienced with. I'd like to learn more about that, but at the moment I'm not very experienced with that. But that's a great feature for this optic. It is a 4 to 12 powered optic. It is nitrogen filled and O-ring sealed, so that makes it waterproof, shockproof, and fog-proof. It's got some pretty standard caps on it here, so nothing, no big deal there. And it has a quick focus eyepiece on the back here, so you can really get this focused into your eye, regardless if you wear glasses or not. So that's something that was a good feature as well. I have a Nikon 223 reticle, it has the same thing. I really appreciated that. It has pretty decent glass. I pulled it out and kind of looked out in the field in my backyard and thought that it had pretty decent glass for the price range. So obviously the higher end models are going to have better glass. It's going to be able to pick up more light in low light situations to give you a better image. But I think this does fairly well for a $228 price range. I found it on Amazon. I've got a link to this product in the description below. By all means, go check it out for yourself. It had a 4.5 out of 5 star rating. I went through a lot of the reviews. a lot of people are very, very happy with it. So, so there you go, $228 for this Optic, and I'm pretty excited to get it mounted onto my rifle. So the question is, what am I going to use to mount it? And since I bought the Nikon P308, I went ahead and stayed with Nikon for the mount. Now, you can buy the rings that go along with this, and that's going to be the P308 rings. But the one thing I didn't like about it is that there are two individual rings. It's just not my style. That's not how I like to run things. So I went ahead and went with the M308 mount. So this is something more than what I'm used to with the quick detach mounts that I have, like on my 3-gun AR. This is specifically designed for kind of the AR platform. And the reason why I say that is it mounts directly to the Picatinny rail sections. It provides the proper height and eye relief, and then pushes the reticle forward far enough for you to get in and reach in for that charging handle. And that's something that I ran into with my DPMS LR308 and the Optic that I put on it was really hard for me to reach in and get into that charging handle. So hopefully this Optic will maybe allow me to not have to change the charging handle out and get an enhanced charging handle with the extended lever. So we'll try that out. We'll check it out and see what that's like. And then what else? Oh, it's got a built-in 20 MOA slope to maximize the elevation for extreme long distance shots. Now again, I'm not going to go out and shoot 800, 1,000 yards. I probably won't even go out to 600 yards. My comfortable distance, my comfortable maximum effective range for me personally is about 300 yards. I know that the 308 round is more than capable of doing further distances, but me personally, this is going to be a hunting rifle, and 300 yards is going to be plenty for me, especially in the area that I hunt. So, and then the last thing on it is that it's got the 1-inch tube diameter for this mount. So that's what I've got for the Optic and mount, and we're going to get it put up onto the rifle right now. So let's get to it. All right, team. So I'm in my little workshop here. It's a complete mess. I need to clean things up. But so I'm not an expert of this. I'm going to do this kind of in the field expedient way. And basically, the elevation of your rifle is not going to matter. All right, so the things that you're going to need for the install is obviously your mount. The mount comes with Allen keys, so you don't have to worry about that. You'll need some blue Loctite and a level for leveling everything. The first thing is I've got it in a AR-15 well block in a vise, and then I take a t-shirt and put it over that block to set the rifle on. And what that does, what it allows me to do, is it allows me to be able to move the rifle left and right to ensure that it's level this way. You don't have to worry about it level this way because the mount's going to take care of that for you. But leveling it left and right is really going to help you get the sight level, get the crosshairs level in line with the rifle itself. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, check the level. I'm still on. Okay team, so there you have it. We have the scope mounted on here, and let me tell you, it is nice. The eye relief is exactly where I want it. I am able to adjust the stock and still get a good eye relief regardless of where the stock is. So that's great. As the mount stated, it does allow me to get into this charging handle without any issues whatsoever. So that's a positive. I don't have to worry about changing out the charging handle if I don't want to. May still be an upgrade in the future, but possibly not right now. And I think it looks good. It makes this rifle look really, really good. As always, hit me up in the comments section down below. What do you think about this setup with the PA-10 Gen 2 and the P308 Nikon scope? I'd like to hear what you have to say. What optics are you using for your 308 or your hunting or long-range rifles? I'd like to hear what your setups are as well. And yeah, that's it this time. Appreciate it. Comes a high five. You ready? Here we go. If you made it this far in the video, then I'd really appreciate you guys would consider subscribing. You can do that right here. Or if you want to check out some other videos that I've got going, check them out right here. If you like the hoodies and shirts that I'm wearing, that's Revolutionary Patriot. I got a link to their website down in the description below with a discount code. And as always, keep on dropping those bells and shells. Thanks, y'all.